here. I've never actually seen it like appear. The Syndicalist intermarium between a socialist Ukraine, a socialist Poland. Very strange, but okay. So who's in charge here? We got Smutsky and Rosa Luxemburg. And I think, I mean, yeah, Argentina is definitely going to lose their war. Paraguay might lose against Bolivia, not too sure. And I guess we'll go for more recruited population. I mean, Polish-Lithuania, I believe, can go Syndicalist. It's just very, very difficult to do. Like, I think you have to form Poland-Lithuania first, and then go Syndicalist. At the fortress construction, the Stormbreak Bridge is opened by Christian X. The bridge connects the island of Falster with the island of Masendo, which itself has been connected to Sealand in 1935 with the Masud Bridge. Now the island of Falster can be reached by train from Copenhagen. Additionally, with the bridge built, Lowland can be reached with train without the need for a ferry now as well. Okay, that's good, I think. I mean, is anybody else going to leave the Reichspact? Like Lithuania or White Ruthenia, are you doing anything? You're currently... I mean, you're not going to go with the coup. I mean, I think you've gone for Reform the Kingdom. Which then can lead to... You actually can join Poland's faction. Can Lithuania also do that? Crush the radicals. I don't believe you have a syndicalist tree. I might be mistaken. But I don't think that exists for you. How long until you ratify or establish a Nordic Council? I'm not too sure. But I guess I will research something else. Why not go for 10% more war support? Could always use a little bit more war support. We can get more better military laws and maybe a little bit more recruited population as well, which would be nice. Also, what's my army doing? I completely forgot what my troops in the United States were actually up to. I mean, you're defending well enough. You've surrounded New York City. These guys actually have no supply, so they're trying to get a breakthrough. But of course, that is not going to work for them. If they do break through, these guys get more supplies. It will be bad. I'm just hoping, of course, we don't lose too many men in this attack. Like, right now, we've lost 846. Which means it's in a ton, but it's not nothing either. Okay, you're at 90. There's been a coup in Bulgaria. What kind of coup in Bulgaria? I would tell you if the game would load a little bit faster. They are just monarchist, I believe. Are you the monarchist faction? I believe so. We'll see if you guys join up with Russia or somebody else. We'll see if New York City falls. They are technically encircled. Switzerland has joined up with the Internationale. Okay, a little bit scary. I mean, that's actually a really, really bad sign for Germany. I mean, they're actually going to have these guys on our borders as well. But I guess the Syndicalist Intermarium might not do anything. I'm not too sure if they can actually really even get involved in the war. I mean, Russia will probably invade them at some point. And we'll kind of see where that leads. Okay, come over here. Help defend this province being attacked without going over the river. Boston is now completely encircled. I mean, there's technically a port that they can escape from, but they should be getting like the negative 30% penalty for being encircled. Air doctrines. Artillery, a little bit too expensive. But you know what? 1938 rifles seem like an okay time to get that done. And Macleek has ended their war as like the tiniest little rump state I've ever seen. Yes, of course we will join a Nordic Council to get a little bit more political power gain. Which allows these two to open. I'm assuming that Swedish fighters. Okay, I see neither of you are actually doing these. So I guess we'll go for the defense union next. The infantry, he is just... Well, he's at regular right now. I was thinking, what can we upgrade you with? Guerrilla fighter. You know what? Sure, why not? And we can upgrade you with nothing. Also put like a field marshal here, just to improve you. Do you not assign field marshals to volunteer groups? You might not be able to. Okay, that's fine. Again, it's one of those things that you think by now I would just know that you could or could not do. Okay, apparently they've broken out of Boston, which is unfortunate. I guess it's not, you know, it's not crazily unexpected. They do got a lot of troops in the area. Get 10% more war support. We'll then go for the Scandinavian Defense Union. And we'll see if one of you guys afterwards want to go for the Nordic investments. No, I think did I not promote them? Or are you wait. Wait, not what I'm doing. Wait, am I losing my mind? It's because you're already leading an army. I think I promoted somebody that's already leading an army. That's my fault. I apologize for being stupid. Promote. There we go. Norwegian document transferred. A large number of documents concerning Norway, mostly originating from the time in Denmark, Norway, probably shipped from Oslo from our national archives. Royal Danish Library and University Library. Norway will be sure to be pleased that our history will be brought to its proper location. Well, yeah, we'll transfer them the documents. I don't see a reason really not to, at least for right now. Let's send you up towards Boston. We do need to kill the Boston troops. You're at 83%. Kill you. Again, getting the encirclement will be nice. And freeing some of MacArthur's troops so they can actually focus on the CSA would be really helpful as well. The Pacific states are pushing... I mean, they're actually doing really well. I mean, they have volunteers from 6 different countries. American Union States getting some decent volunteers as well. Like, we're like the odd man out. Like, why the hell would we be sending in troops here? Hans Niels Andersen died. Entrepreneur and adventurer H.N. Andersen reportedly died today. Andersen was the founder of the so-called East Asiatic Company, the largest company in Denmark today. In addition to his business ventures, he also served as diplomatically, having unsuccessfully tried to initiate peace negotiations during the Wildkrig and the Danish Council in Siam. As a Knight of the Elephant, a title awarded for his good work, he will surely be missed. Okay, so it looks like you've been pushed back. Portugal joined the Entente. Kingdom of Spain is looking like they're actually doing pretty well. They'll actually probably just end up winning the war. Hopefully they'll join up with the Reichspakt and give France at least a second border they have to deal with. What else we got? We got some more researches. 1938, we're going to go for another level of infantry support weapons, followed by partial mobilization. See no reason to say no to that. We also have our ships here. What's our navy looking like? I will assign 1 to you. 2 battleships, 4 cruisers, 15 destroyers, 6 submarines. Nothing too crazy. And of course we will We have 140 convoys. It's actually like quite a bit. We'll just start building garbage submarines for right now, and hope for the best. Okay, we are now down 1.6 thousand men. We only win half of our battles, which is not as nice. I mean, it does seem like the CSA is pushing like a decent amount, but I mean, they've lost a lot of territory. They're at 88% right now. So they started from, yeah, Minnesota and Iowa, and they've lost all that territory. They might even lose Chicago to the Pacific State. So I would say we definitely backed the wrong horse here. Well, you know, there might be like a ceasefire between MacArthur and the PSA. Who knows? Okay, now Boston will fall to us. Send these troops now down to New York City. And is New York City a... No, yes, it is a CSA territory. We're 50 victory points, which is quite a bit. It'll be nice to have that under our control. You're too expensive. Let's go for the 1934 light tanks. I'm not too sure if it'll... I mean, I guess once we form all of Scandinavia, we'll be able to build some better light tanks. Because we'll have way more industry than what we currently have. Yeah, somebody's already doing Nordic investments. Foundation of the Scandinavian Defense Union. Of course, we will join this defense union. We have left Middle Europa. Okay, let's do a joint military acquisition. We now have the Scandinavian Defense Union, another faction that I don't think I've ever actually seen in this game in my... what, 3 years, 4 years playing this mod? Legitimately, I think this is the first time I've ever seen both the Defense Union and the Intermarium at all. Let alone at the exact same time. The 20-year storm at Bosren. Exactly 20 years ago, disgruntled anarchists and syndicalists raided the Copenhagen Stock Exchange, also known as the Borsen. Among syndicalist circles, it's fondly remembered as the day Denmark came closest to the revolution. Unsurprisingly, with this questionable anniversary, they are organizing several activities in remembrance of those who were arrested there. The nice color of blue. It's the same color as Sweden, right? I think Sweden is technically the host of the alliance, even though I was the one that did the focus, but you know, who's counting, right? Yes, I got you. Who's doing this? I'm assuming that, yeah, now that we're in alliance together, we can see basically all of their information. Which is quite nice. Again, we're not technically the host of the faction, that is Sweden. But you'll be done it in mere moments. I think they're probably going to be finished at the exact same time. Okay, we got Nordic investments done immediately. Lovely. Abolish Tatar, the Black Devils. I think neither of those are what I want you to do. Because I do want to form... You know what? Yeah, let's get the better rifles, even though like we're ahead of time. I do want to form Scandinavia as quickly as we possibly can. Okay, America, MacArthur, I do need you to help me invade New York City. I can't just do it on my own. I do need at least a little bit of help. Export focus. Honestly, we're a small country. Free trade seems fine. Because, like, what natural resources do we have in this country? A little bit of aluminum, we're not using that at all, so who cares? I mean, how much we give 3 army experience right now? I guess these guys can probably just exercise. We'll get a little bit of military experience from that. Try to at least make these armies, you know, bigger. Right now, they are... I mean, what, they're 12 combat with, if I'm not mistaken? Yeah, they're 12, which is not very good. And how many artillery pieces do we have now? We have 1.3 in storage. Everybody's gone to war with the Don Kuban Union. What territory is this? There's, apparently Ukraine wants this land down here. Okay. I've never... has anybody ever seen the Ukrainian Don Kuban Union War before? Because I don't think I have. Because, I mean, Russia's definitely going to invade you, right? Like, there's no way in hell they don't. Establish border forts. I mean, at this point, you can't join the Internationale, right? Like, I don't think it's possible. Ukraine's actually going to cut off Russia from taking any of the Donkuban Union's territory. So, okay, Donkuban Union, okay, they're not great. I will admit. But we're going to get split up between the Russians and the Ukrainians. Like, Russia is definitely just going to kill Ukraine and Poland. Which is going to put Germany in a very awkward situation. Once their war actually begins. Especially Lithuania or the Baltic Duchy or White Ruthenia. Somebody here becomes independent from the Germans. It makes their situation just, you know, objectively worse. You have 102 political power. Also, I think you've annexed more territory. You are doing pretty well. Can we train any more units? We're still at 5 out of 5. Total military factory points 8. Minimum factory is 1. Optimization is at 20%. So we're still capped at 5 units right now. Air units. Let's go for the 1936 fighter. Upgrade those as much as we can. I have no idea how. I mean, yeah, Russia's going to get like nothing out of this war. It's mostly going to go to Ukraine. Never mind, it's mostly going to go to Russia. But in Ukraine got like 4 states out of this, which is, you know, pretty good for them. I've never seen this. Look at this. The initial Donkey Kong? I mean, kind of. Oh, look at that. It's baby. The Cuban Black Sea Republic. Oh, no. The death of Carl Madsen. The art history historian Carl J. Madsen, or simply known as Carl Madsen, died on 16th April. Madsen was part of the Scandinavian painters in the last century. In addition to his talent and inspired knowledge, he became one of Denmark's most influential art critics. Frequently contributing to the Politician newspaper, he worked as director of the Scandinavian Museum for the last 10 years. Goodbye to you. We'll go with making some basic aircraft, because we do want those going. Keep on building military factories in Copenhagen. Chile joined the Third Internationale. Nobody's doing a passport convention. Let's do the monetary union. The worst flag here. I've seen worse flags than just red. Okay. Ukraine joined the Internationale and has left Poland by themselves. It was a short-lived faction, but I'm guessing Poland will probably join as well. Would be my guess. Maybe we'll join at some point. There we go. Like, I think the Ukrainian-Polish alliance only exists so that if Germany attacks them, both of them come into the war. Like, I think it's like an anti-German pact, and then they join the Internationale afterwards. At least that's kind of, you know, what's happened in front of our very eyes, so. But this is definitely one of the... Germany's fucked, right? Like, everyone agrees that Germany... There's no way Germany can win this war against Ukraine, Poland, France, Switzerland, the British. It's not going to happen. Like, they're going to get crushed very, very, very quickly. And maybe after that, an international Russian war will break out over Ukraine. That seems quite possible, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, the Kaiser's going to have a very bad time very soon. Vision defense, vision attrition, organization plus 9%. Where are you? You're still hanging out in New York City. The death of Thomas Thringe. Danish entrepreneur T.B. Thringe has reportedly left his world. Thringe was the founder of the company of the same name that produced electronic motors for agriculture and other purposes. Thringe worked in the United States until he returned to Denmark after the war, on which was speculated that he foresaw the harsh years that America would come to face. In any case, Thringe's factories are still one of Denmark's leading suppliers of jobs. For that case, we shall be thankful. Okay, I mean, New York City is being a little bit of a pain in the ass. Burma joined the Eastern Syndicalist Union with you. Can you join an alliance? I don't know actually if you guys can join a faction together. I might be mistaken. Hungary is going to die rather soon. We might even see Serbia attack Austria while they're with Hungary. That's what I would do in this situation. Okay, Constitution Day is once again upon us. Thank you for the 1% stability. Base of democracy. You're going to get the passports. That'll be finished in just a moment. Brazil's joined the Reichspakt. Okay, so we definitely got now another front line in South America forming. This morning, representatives from all Scandinavian countries gathered in Stockholm to sign a Nordic Passport Convention. All citizens shall now travel freely across Scandinavia's kingdoms without worry. We'll sign the convention. More production efficiency. Sounds nice. Now you're doing a scientist convention. Again, Sweden, if you want to kind of get involved and do some of these focuses as well, I would appreciate it. You're doing a base of democracy, which is boring as hell. I mean, we're still really dealing with Black Monday at the moment as well, because we're trying to just form Scandinavia as quickly as possible. Okay, Socialist Greece at war with itself. Did you wait until Greece is no longer in the Belgrade Pact? You did? Okay, so you actually have a chance of succeeding in your war. Okay, we got light tanks now. I don't know if we're ever going to actually use them, but, you know, just in case, you want probably something that's not a World War I tank. Go for 1939 artillery. You guys let us cost 10 military points, huh? Pretty expensive. I've played for so long with the no experience needed to change the templates that I forgot how expensive these things actually are. And they're very expensive. City of Arnhus has presented... You're great, please. Has presented a standardized version of its coat of arms, describing it as a blue shield with a red portal flanked by two red towers and a spire with a depiction of St. Clement and St. Paul dressed in blue robes. Okay, there we go. That's cool. Congratulations to you. And re-establishment of the Scandinavian Monetary Union. The Scandinavian countries pegged their currency to each other between 1873 and 1914, what became known as the Scandinavian Monetary Union. The Scandinavian cooperation once again on the rise. It's time to re-establish the Scandinavian Monetary Union. Okay. I'll take it. Let's then go for... Okay, so they've all agreed to this now. You're getting this going. You know, let's go for a single currency. The new Swedish dollar, or the new Scandinavian dollar. How many men do these guys have? 2 to 14 against 6 to 12. I mean, we can maybe try to stop them. You are not... You're really not going to let me just break through your New York City, huh? Okay, Argentina's declared themselves the People's Republic. Yeah, you're in the International. Brazil's, of course, in the Reichspakt. Anyone else in here doing anything that kind of goes one way or the other? Not as far as I can tell. Maybe Venezuela will go syndicalist, but too hard to say for now. Finland joined the Reichspakt. Okay. Not a major surprise. Honduras is at war with the Revolutionary Front, which I think they're going to lose to. I think Finland, I think they did lose war to Russia. I think they demanded this territory and they gave it to Russia. And I'm wondering, Man, decision timeout. No, we won't worry about this at all. I don't think MacArthur's dead. I think MacArthur still has the potential to not maybe make a comeback, but at least to survive until the end of the war. We want you to try to break out. I mean, you're taking attrition because you're not connected to the capital, because the capital is in Chicago. They have no direct route of supplies. So, I mean, I guess slowly they will just starve themselves out. It'll take a while, though. Canada's going to prepare to war against the against the Union of Britain. We'll see if Canada also intervenes in the Civil War. I'm not too sure if they will or not. Send IKEA guns to them. Do I have any guns? I mean, I should, right? We have 7,000 rifles. You know what? Let's send a Lend-Lease to you. Have, like... Have 500 guns. Take some rifles. Monarch has been restored to Greece. I don't know how long that's going to last, given the situation that we see there. But I mean, Spain is definitely going to win against the CNT and against the Carlist. Yeah, you guys are maxed out on experience, so there's no real reason to train you up even more.